welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Tennessee Titans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now Haskins on first down. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Henry, the ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Haskins on 3rd down. And able to find John Brown. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
They're running, man. 48 for Mike. Let's go. You tighten up.
Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 38. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check. 53's mine. Check.
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Locke. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Block with a quick throw out to Judy. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. It's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage, good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsay, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. Open man Hamler, that's complete. The 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Pass complete to K.J. Hamler. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. That's complete, Okuebunam. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
They'll run with Lindsay. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Touchdown, Denver.
Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
This is a crew. They've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with...
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lock. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I don't think you got it, son. 48 month. Target.
Haskins from his own end zone. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. This is Henry. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Haskins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and it's 3rd and short.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
It's going to be a long day. Mike's 50. Here we go.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO
RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Broncos 7, Titans nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Rap. 48 to Mike. Go. Slam. Go.
Here's Haskins to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Right at the
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, look, 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right now.
The toss right to Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
4-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line.
9-50. Coming to you.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. After the turnover, here's Locke. His throw incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it's going to be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd down, here's the option. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Locke. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Denver.
Clock now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
On the pickup, brings up second and 2.
Locke going to keep this. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked up by Josh Jackson. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Locke's going to sneak it. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Now this time Locke will throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
You remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Titans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Haskins. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Set. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with counter. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
On the tackle. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
56 to mark, boy. 56. Check 56. Switch up, switch up. Switch. Check 43.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Ready.
On first down, Locke. He'll get this to Philip Lindsay, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Philip Lindsay.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the Broncos first down.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsay. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Locke working out of the gun. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Locke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. KJ Hamler. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. Back to Brown, this time complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Smoke. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
From midfield now, Haskins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pick.
Throwing again, here's Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Cut. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. It's just me and you. It's just me.
To throw it is Locke. And he finds a man on the crossing route. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down, Denver.
Here we go. 16 out clock. 54. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Hey, one set. Stop. Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming.
Locke now on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 46. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go again. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
60 Pittsburgh. 56. Drop deep. Mike 56. Mike 56. Check the outs. Yeah. Kill. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
On the handoff.
Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now to the air. Lock on the slant, completes to Sutton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 45-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Let's go. Go. It's our time. Shift.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Go! 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the screen. Pass.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Double dog. That's the way. Right there. 54, Mike. I'm coming for you, son. Damn. Check. Hey.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown.
Phillip Lindsey. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38. Titans, nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
48, Mike. Here we go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Complete to number 40.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
48 for Mike. Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, come on,
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. 1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Watch the out. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Mike 56. Mike 50. Yes. We want it. Come to my work. 56.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Lindsey on the carry.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down now. It's Connor, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 56. Mike 56. Yep, I got him. Shoot. Squeeze. Get in there. Kill. Ready, go.
Now it's Lindsey. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Ready. Mike's 56. I'm coming after you. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Wild Bill.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Nothing.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Hey, defense, let's go.
They'll look to run with Connor, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
The kick by McManus is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again, so another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
3-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick slant to Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them. So
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
39-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
3rd and inches.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the slap, watch the slap.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 3.
They'll run here with Connor. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Mike 54. We ain't giving him nothing today. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Here's Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Down to the 25.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down.
That's complete. Okure-Bunam.
And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
It's complete to Brown, right side. The 40. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0.
Makes the score.
You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. 56, Mike, 56, right there.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
3 down. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
And they take a knee.
Tonight's